I just got back from court, from my mother's court. This is the commute that I have to do every time there's a court date. I wake up from 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., get dressed up, walk out the house at 5 a.m., get to the bus stop, wait 30 minutes for the bus. Then after those 30 minutes are done, when the bus arrives, I end up at the Union Station at 6 a.m., buy the train ticket at 6:19 or 6:12 and have to wait for the train to board at 7:13 a.m. So I'm just showing you the commute that I have to put myself through along with my mom. It's torture waking up every morning like that. So today we're gonna discuss and talk about the court hearing that happened on the 20th for my mother. So Olivia Hudnut, we emailed her letting her know that we're gonna file a habeas corpus today. I think the email was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And we also brought the copy of my mom's evaluation because we have a feeling they're not gonna submit it in the courthouse. And the crazy part about this, people, it's already submitted in the public defender's office. So this is where you guys are gonna see it. This is where it gets crazy. So during the courtroom, when we entered courtroom 13,
The train's here.
no, that's someone else. We entered the courtroom 13, Christy J. Peruso. Hold on, the train is passing by.
In the morning, there's no metro link. It only stops in Moore Park.
Yep.
From Union Station, LA County to Moore Park. The one that comes out here to Ventura County, which is Oxnard, is the Amtrak, and that leaves the Union Station at 7:14, no more than 7:16.
So we went to the courtroom 13, Christy J. Peruso's courtroom, and we waited until my mom was called. And you know what's crazy, everybody? The lawyer performed a 977 for my mom's appearance.
I know, right?
Tell me this is not mockery or something ironic. There's no logic into this. Listen, I went to court 2 days ago where my lawyer could have performed a 977. I'm gonna put an email up here showing that we emailed Olivia Hudnut. I'm gonna put it up here, and she confirms that she could perform a 977. So why couldn't Kenneth Wixell perform a 977? Why couldn't he say that, oh, Edwidge Mondesir is appearing? He'll be around 10 o'clock, somewhere then. So, back to my mom's situation. We had the evaluation. We talked to Olivia Hudnut, my mom's public defender, and we explained to her that we want this filed today. This paperwork. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys.
She suspend my case so I can't submit my evidence.
So we were talking in the room, and I gave her two options. We could either file a habeas corpus to get to the bottom of this, a logical reason to get to the bottom of the matter.
I gave it to her.
Yeah, it's submitted to the hold on, don't
defender's
distract
office.
it, because I already said that.
Okay.
So the thing is, we talked to Olivia Hudnut. We want the evidence to be submitted along with a habeas corpus petition, which basically meaning that they go to the bottom of it, meaning if it was lawful or unlawful detention or the custody that they have on us, supposedly. They don't want to file that. She didn't want to file a habeas corpus that day. Neither did she want to file the mental diversion. So check this out. I mean, not diversion, evaluation. I'm sorry. So
She said that I need the mental diversion, blah, blah, blah.
they end up suspending the case today, just like a simple like continuance dismiss,
Yeah.
because she doesn't want to submit the evidence. Neither does she want to file habeas corpus. And I told her, what are you so afraid of? You guys don't want to change the
Yeah.
venue? You guys don't want to submit our evidence? Now you don't want to submit a habeas corpus?
Emotion.
But this right here, this is what they're trying to push out. A mental health civil commitment, criminal matter interest of justice. So if I remember from what I read, they want my mother to complete insanity so they could get away with the shit that they did.
Just like the line about your dad.
Yeah, so that's why they didn't submit the evidence, meaning that file that I showed you, I'm gonna put it up here in the duplicated version when I update the live. They don't want to submit that evaluation because it's the truth of my mom's mental health competency. They know if that's filed, my mother has the right to file a habeas corpus. And then when that habeas corpus is filed, the court investigates the transcripts, it investigates
All
the
right,
court
evidence.
hearings, it investigates everything from the court papers showing fraud right here, as you guys can see. Arrest date, none.
Never.
So what they're
I
trying
never
to
have
do
arrest date.
is they're gonna try to assign my mother with their own doctor. That's what they're forcing, that she's incompetent. That's what Ashley Susan's report in the previous live. You could clearly hear my mom talk to her saying she would go with her own private service.
Which my rights.
So the court finds the defendant is incompetent. This is the same lady, Ashley, to say that my father's incompetent, yet another lady named Linda visit him, psychiatrist in the jail, visit him, stating that he is competent and that he should seek therapy because of the injustice that we're facing and the fucking
And she
discrimination.
also asked him to get habeas corpus.
Yep, and she
Bullshit.
told him to request for a habeas corpus.
But we already know that too, so we're telling him too.
Yep. So this is clear evidence, everybody. On the 1st of April, they may try to prosecute my mother. So this whole thing right here, from April
To hold me
1st,
against
it's
my will.
literally to hold her against her will, to have them put a diversion on her. They literally have a fraudulent reporter here, Ashley,
Yeah.
that could simply just write her report as incompetent, and then they hold us behind bars.
That's Ashley Susan.
Yep.
That's who she is. That's why they didn't put her full name.
Yep. And what's crazy, guys? When I told Olivia Hudnut, you have two options, either to file a habeas corpus or the evaluation, because that's what they wanted for 2 months. And I'll put the emails up here. The harassment that they harassed my mother about, taking the evaluation.
Forcing me.
So I told her, you have your evaluation here. This is what you wanted so bad. Why don't you submit it to the court? She then says that, oh, she'll be suspending the case. That she's making up some type of bullshit excuse that she doesn't want to submit it. So what they're doing is
She
they're
don't wanna submit
stalling.
my evidence.
They're stalling time and suppressing the truth so it's not out there.
Yep.
People, that's what they want. And I hope you get a better understanding of this, because what's crazy is that she finally reclused herself from my mother's case
She's saying that I have to hire my own lawyer.
because we mentioned a habeas corpus.
Yep.
She didn't want to submit that, or
So she
even
left my case.
yeah, she didn't want to even at least submit the petition
Nope.
to the court to let them know. So what my mother did,
Today I had that
she,
right though.
yeah, she spoke to the judge. My mom raised her hand and told the judge, Your Honor, I would like to file a habeas corpus motion. And then what the judge said, covering her ass, she tells, oh, you gotta tell your public counsel about that on your behalf if you want to file
I
that
did.
motion.
I did
And
tell
she
her
did.
that. And you know what my public defender said? She said that I cannot do it, that I have to be incarcerated. That's a lie.
It's bullshit, people. Like, what more do they want? That's the thing. They don't want nothing besides stalling time.
Yep.
They want to stall the time so they could push out their bullshit and get away with it.
Yeah.
Because literally, how are you going to finally recluse yourself? Make this make sense, everybody. This is a logical
October
statement.
2nd,
Hold on.
2024, when she took my case. I've been asking her for the body camera and I've been asking her for the body camera and I've been asking her for the search warrant that they had the right to be in our home on September 18, 2024.
They don't show none of
Until
that.
this day, she doesn't tell me or show me anything. You know what she says? Oh, we have it in record. We're just going to have to continue with these 2 charges they're charging. I go, those are false allegations. Those are all lies, and I can prove it.
And that's why they don't allow us to submit evidence in the court. So
Along with my judgment that I won on December 4, 2023.
they don't want to submit that.
They don't want to submit that either because that's going to contradict their lies. That they did, that on June 3rd, 2024, they did an illegal eviction, a lawful
You're right,
eviction on
Grandma.
our name.
You're right. You don't have to be incarcerated to
You
file
don't.
anything.
Yeah, you don't.
You could be simply in the
You can be on
courthouse.
bail. You can be out in bail. You can be on probation.
OR.
You can be on OR release.
parole.
You can be on parole. You can be in
and
jail
still file the motion.
and prison. You can still file that motion.
So as you clearly see,
refuse.
every time
She
we keep
refused.
going to court, it's just run around bullshit of fraud.
Yeah.
And I feel like most people don't understand the definition of fraud, so let me define it to you. It's a con artist.
Yep.
A person that just deceives others confidently. And they have no fucking remorse or shame of doing it. They could keep lying to your face when you already caught their bullshit. And
you know
that's the
truth.
point. That's what makes it all sick. Because they keep pushing it and
Yeah.
pushing it. And they know that we know, and the whole public knows right now.
Yeah, the whole public knows. 'Cause
And I'ma
they're
continue.
watching us. She refuses to submit my evidence today because it's gonna shut down this whole case. The reason why she's stopping it, because she doesn't want me to submit my evidence. She wants to continue to fraud the court, fraud me, and use court resources money.
This is logical, people. Listen.
And it's been going on.
If we file a habeas corpus, they're all investigated and they're all charged and they all get
For the
lawsuits.
fraud that they did to us.
And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of lawsuits and being charged, yet they're doing a criminal offense. They're
Yep.
literally violating their own court rules,
Yep.
violating Penal Code 115,
118.
which is in 118, which is 118
149.
perjury, 149 misconduct. So they're violating this. And let me explain to you what 118 is. Perjury is making false declarations, meaning fake probable
Fraud
cause
report.
and lying under oath.
Yep.
That's defrauding the court, along with PC 115, which is filing false documents, meaning you're defrauding the court, you're stealing the taxpayers and the court resource money on a fabricated crime that could easily be distinguished. That's why they don't allow us to submit evidence.
You know what she said? That the reason why she don't want to file the habeas corpus, she said because I gotta take them to civil court. No. Habeas corpus motion has nothing to do with civil
No,
lawsuits or civil court.
it investigates
It's about
the
your
court.
human rights being violated, and it can be proven if it was violated. And that's what they refuse to investigate because they're all gonna get caught.
Yep.
Everything, look, they're all gonna go down like a block of dominoes. That's what it is. They're afraid that they're all gonna get prosecuted for the crime they did to us.
And you know what's crazy, everybody? Remember when I was trying to move the hearing to 1:30 p.m.?
They never let you.
They never let me, but today they moved my mother's at 1:30 p.m. and it's crazy. This was like 2-3 days ago. I talked to Christy Peruso. They took all my money, they took everything. So what do you want me to do? How do I commute all the way on time? Can we at least change the schedule to 1:30? Because my estimated time when I arrive is literally 9:40 a.m. to 10:30.
To the county,
And
yeah.
what's crazy, I explained that to the lawyer that is now supposedly appointed to my mother, because Olivia Hudnut reclused herself
She left my case.
because we brought up a
requested
habeas
habeas
corpus,
corpus.
and
She
she
didn't
didn't
want
want to
that.
file that because she would be investigated as well. So a new guy, he tells us, like, how do you guys reach here? And we take the train, we told him. And
He thought we truck.
Yeah, he thought we
We
drive
don't drive
and
here.
took a
I
car.
don't have a vehicle right now. I told him.
so I told him our estimated time, because we take the train, is around 9:40 to 10:30 a.m.
The
And then
most.
he talks to Christy J. Peruso, which is the fucking judge,
Yeah.
and asks her, well, yeah, we could move it to 1:30. And then she agrees, like, yeah, we could do it to 1:30. They
30.
could show up here on time around 8 something, but they could move it to 1:30. So, listen, this is where the contradiction comes in. So, me being arrested on the 14th was for no fucking reason.
That's
They-
crazy.
They basically robbed us of our money.
Yeah.
Even more, because my mom had to bail me out.
I have to pay.
Everybody is gonna comprehend this.
Food from our mouth that I had to pay for to bail my son out. That was messed up.
And then they lie in paperwork when I had called the law office checking for my charges, supposedly that I was bailed out an hour ago on the 14th.
No.
I had to spend a night in Valentine's Day in jail.
Yep.
It was cold as
And
fuck,
there was no probable cause
and there was no reason for my arrest.
for your arrest. They
It
just
said
did
that on the
to mess
paper.
with you.
So, what is this? Bogus, everybody.
Because you
This-
don't want to take the deal.
this-
Wiskow's mad.
Yeah, it's humiliation at this point, because Kenneth Wicksow, he brought up, I could only appear on 977 if you do an EDC, which is an early disposition conference.
No, that's a lie.
is when you take a deal.
Nope.
I'm
That's
not
what he
taking
wants.
no
He's
deal.
forcing you to take the deal so he
So
can
they're
lie
torturing me.
to you. Yep.
So they think I might change my mind.
To take the deal.
My mind
No,
would never
you
be
ain't taking no
changed.
deal. We're all, like I told them, we ain't going nowhere. We're all going to stand We're all gonna fight it. We're gonna fight it to the very end, I told them.
And they know that they can't force us. It's our First Amendment. If my
Yep.
mom says she wants her own private service, medical service, she has every
I have
right.
that right.
Every
I have
right.
my own insurance. I'm gonna go with my own primary doctor. That's my
It's
constitutional right.
just like if someone prefers to be with their own private counsel.
How the hell they're gonna
Same
refuse
principle.
my rights?
So they don't allow us
Makes
to
no
file
sense.
habeas corpus because they're scared.
They refuse. Yeah,
And
they
this
refuse.
video is to show that the truth is coming out very soon. And I thank everybody for praying and having
Thank
God
you.
on our side.
Thank you guys, because
and always
without
watching
God,
over
we
us.
wouldn't be here where we are.
Mhm.
Without my children's father going live on September 18th, we wouldn't be here where we are right now.
It's real. And I thank everybody from the bottom of my
Thank
heart.
you, everyone.
But I want to also
Eventually, the truth will come out.
I want to bring this up in live because I also the last live that I made 2 days ago, I was supposed to add in the beginning. No, not in the beginning, at the end, but I accidentally closed the live too fast. But John Jeff Chambliss, can you tell him what
Yes,
happened?
John Jeff Chambliss is was legally representing my children's father, Edward Mondesir, in his court case, but we noticed that all those times that we had drop off, and mind you, we have to travel 5 hours to come to this county. 3.5 hours on the train and 4 hours. 1 hour in the bus. Sometimes it takes an hour and a half on the bus, but all together, it's about a 4.5 hour to 5 hour commute. And if there's delay, it can even take up to 7 hours. So we're sacrificing our time to do what we gotta do to fight our case, because we're innocent. None of us are guilty here, and this what we don't understand. A lot of people ask us, how did you guys end up here? You know why we end up here? Because my son's black and brown and Filipino, and they don't want him to defend himself from the kid that brought a gun to school. But because he has law enforcement family members, he has connection. So they're helping him with this crime, and they let him go, and they flipped it on us like my son's the perpetrator.
They forgot about the attempted murder, the
Yep.
criminal threats, and what's it
There's
called?
FBI reports.
Conspiracy to
police
commit
reports.
a crime.
Yep, conspiracy to
They
commit.
ignored that. They didn't even investigate. They didn't even
Nothing.
hold him in jail. No juvenile.
Nothing, no juvie, no nothing.
And he's free. And there's two
He's the
witnesses.
victim, supposedly the victim.
And there's two witnesses that could tell you, or even what? I have the text.
Show you the
messages
text messages.
on YouTube that he told them he had brought a gun.
To use it
And
on
he
you
showed one of the
and
witnesses.
your brother.
Yes.
It's in text messages. It's on IG messages. He made a specific threat to kill my children, not just my son Junior, but his brother Edwin Mondesir. And this happened when my son was 17 years old. They waited a whole year to try him as an adult. Because I'm Filipino Mexican and the dad's Haitian black, they say we have no rights. So they throw it under the carpet and sweep it up. It's sad, man. The way me and my
Salamat.
family dealt
Thank
with,
you.
salamat po. The way me and my family been through this is so surreal. Like, we even ask ourselves, is this really happening? Like, who barges in our door, breaks it, shoots my children's father in front of us while they come in and beat the fuck out of us? They were punching us like punching bags. They were punching my son on the side of his head.
And it's proven in transcript. I have
Yes,
a copy. And
by
I'll
the
be
time
showing
he
you.
turned and looked at me, reaching out, mom, I'm grabbing him too, shoving fools off of him. And you know what?
His name was Steve Donlon.
It was Steve
That was punching
Donlon.
on my head.
He's the one that broke in and charged my son. And behind him was my mother. They were punching my 74 demented mom. And they knocked them on the ground. Who does that? They don't let us file police report. They stop us. They block me. I went to the police station in Moore Park. They stopped me. They don't want me to report the crime they did to us. They don't want me to report the over 50K that they stole in our home, in our safe, in our closet, and I can
Nothing's
name
on
it.
file.
Yeah, and all our electronics, all our phones, all our tablets, all our laptops, they took everything. All our clothes, all my everything valuable that they can resell, they took it all.
And it's gone.
Left us with nothing, including my dead niece's ashes. Rest in peace, Bridget Brenda Miranda. She was raped and murdered almost 3 years ago. This is the reason why I moved to Ventura County from East Los Angeles, because I want a peaceful, better life for my kids. Meaning me, my mom, my other 2 nieces, and my grandson. To have a better life. And these racist motherfuckers use that against us. Use our race against us to commit a crime against us. Who goes to jail with their son? Everyone asks me, so why you're in jail? Exactly, why am I in jail? I don't fucking know. Because of the lies they made? Remember, they ambushed me on November 22nd, 2023 off the 118 East Freeway. In a car full of children. We were all sick with COVID, including the father that was 3 miles away. Wasn't even there. And they charged him for a crime that he was there threatening Steve Donlon. When you can clearly see him in the car, audio recording that he was threatening his own self because my son Edwin refused to give him his dad's name. He goes and slammed the door on my son's leg and he injures my son. He smashed my son's right leg.
It's all on video.
He's 15 years old, by the way. He's a minor. What is a grown man hurting him? Just because he has a badge, he's an officer, he's a sheriff, he feels like he has the power and the right to hurt my child? I still want to report that because that's abuse. And he was trying to abuse his power by hurting my son to get his dad's name because that's the time when they were framing him 3 miles away. Makes no sense.
And within that weekend, on the 28th, my father already... No, not even on the 28th. He already filed an FBI report around the 22nd.
The same day?
Yeah, the 22nd. He filed an FBI report. And then he went to on the 28th, he went to the police station where they supposedly
because they've been stopping us from filing a police report at Moore Park because they said, you know what they told me? Do you know what the officer told me? The dispatcher too? She told me, I have no right to file a police report on the incident that happened to my son in school, the death threats and all that, because they said that the principal, Zay Baku at Moore Park, already filed his police report. I said, I don't give a fuck what he filed. I'm filing on my behalf for my children on the crime that they commit to my children. They refuse to take that report. Why? Because they want to fraud the court by giving us a fake felony so they can prosecute all 3 of us.
Yep.
That's how corrupted these people are. They're dirty fucking pigs. That's what they are. Moore Park Sheriff, along with Ventura County Sheriff, they're dirty fucking pigs. Not all of them, but the one that disobey the law. Those are the one.
Don't worry about me, Grandma. If anything,
we're right.
I'm keeping
We came too far for this.
I guess when you become an adult and you enter the adult, you see the true, disgust and destruction of the world. You gain a better understanding and better insight of those
better view of the world.
Better insight of those individuals. So when you come across those individuals in life, you already know what to do.
They took our money away.
That's what I get from these people. So the next time I deal with this, no, there won't be a next time I deal with this. I already see it coming and have to avoid this. Because literally they took everything from us. They took our cats. I called the pound 3 to 5 times yesterday.
They're gonna give us our
and
cats.
the day before yesterday. Guess what, everybody? When you call that number, it goes straight to voicemail saying people are not picking up phone calls.
Yeah,
so what did they do to our cats?
They gave them up for adoption, and that was their plan because their plan was to never give us our cats.
My father's in jail right now, sir.
Still suffering.
For 6-7 months.
Pain and suffering.
It's gonna go to 7 months right now.
Yep.
Right now we're in March, April. They're not gonna give him his medical treatment he needs unless this blows up. Then it gets the public attention. It gets the people's media attention from public council individuals, officials. If judges, DAs from different counties and countries or somebody within the jurisdiction of the government starts seeing this, then they will start giving my father medical treatment and giving him the surgery he needs. Because he needs surgery in his lungs, sir.
Yeah, nothing else will help him.
As you saw in my father's live in the ending where they sprayed the amount of excessive pepper spray.
It damages lungs.
It damages lungs by making bubble lungs in his lungs.
They gave him bubble lungs. And it's a serious matter. Look it up. It's an illness.
Yes.
It can die. When that air bubble moves to your heart, you can die.
Yes, sir.
You stop
And-
breathing, it will kill you.
And on
And that's what they want. They want him to die in jail, so nothing's gonna be said and done. You get what I'm saying?
that's their motive.
That's their motive. That's their whole plan.
That's how they suppress the truth, and that's how they're stalling time. Because if my father was out, that's it.
He would have
They'll be
exposed them all
exposed,
for
all
the
of
truth.
All of it. And I'm gonna continue my father's mission, because that's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
I'm not gonna allow these people to win, because at the end of the
It's
day,
hate.
it
It's
is.
straight up discrimination. How
It's
in the hell are you gonna
racism.
hate us because of our own race? Because we're brown, Filipino, and Haitian black? That's bullshit. We're all made the same way, just different race. You know, we all bleed and breathe the same blood, the same air. I don't
The
understand.
only difference that makes me different in color is because of the climate change of the world. So,
Right?
for an
'Cause you're actually
example,
lighter.
in tropical seasons or tropical areas where the sun is out and blooming, like for an example, Africa, the Caribbean islands,
Mm-hmm.
that's why they're all dark, because of the sun. It crisps our skin, it crisps
Gives
it,
that
gives it a
melatonin.
crisp melatonin. Or whatever. And then the reason why people become white or lose like this color of their skin is less melatonin, meaning they move to colder climate changes. Like for an example, Russia, somewhere near Asia, or for an example, New Zealand. Where else? Where else? Man? Norway,
The sun's so
uh,
bright right now. Can't even
Sweden.
think.
That's why people get white, color or black colors, because it has to do with something with the hot climate and something with the cold climate. Either we're not getting enough melatonin from the sun into our skin, or we turn white and pale. Anyways.
It's just
But
that's
that's
how God made
literally
us.
how it is. And
That's how God made us. That's
most
just the
people
way it
don't
is.
know that basic knowledge, so I had to put it here so you understand where I'm coming from. I'm not the most intellectual being, but I'm smart enough to understand things that are being done
What's
upon me,
happening? Exactly.
especially when it's wrong. I do not use skincare. I think this is a bot or something. Thank you for praying for us, ma'am. She's
Yeah,
in
right now we
Washington.
just want justice. We
Thank
want the
you.
truth to be out, and we want our money back. We want our lives back, our freedom.
Mhm.
And overall, I want my dead niece's ashes. That's what I want. I want them to return her. Because she's been gone as long as we've been having this court case. This is wrong. You don't steal someone's
Thank
dead
you,
loved
ma'am.
one's ashes.
That's true. You don't
You don't. You just don't do stupid shit like that.
That just shows you from what we're explaining that this is retaliation.
Big time.
We
big
explained
time.
our story. You see how the media doesn't even let us explain our story. They don't even put no information
they're
out
with
in
the
the news.
fraud.
If you guys go on KTLA 5 and you look up our story in Moon Park, you see it's all fake.
Yep.
Even most people on Instagram were seeing the title of what the fuck they were doing to me and my family, putting my dad's voice in the background to make it seem like he's incompetent.
Mm-mm.
And then even somebody in the comments said this is a racist post.
It is.
So
it is.
when
It
people
is.
know the truth, that's it. When people know the truth is out. It's free.
You know why they
And when
did
it's
that?
free, it all stops.
You know why they did that? So the truth won't be told. They did that to protect their behind from being exposed of their corruption. That's the reason why they lied and said that we're being evicted. No, it's not. We're not being evicted. You cannot be evicted if you're paying rent. It's like you pay your rent and you have rental receipts of your payment. Of course you're gonna contest it.
Like-
I'm not stupid not to collect my rent when my rent's $3,500.
Like, there's no logic with these individuals.
Stupid.
I don't get how they became judges, DAs, and police officers, because who is in command of letting these people just be whoever they want to be?
It's because
Like-
they're allowing them to break the law, and it's all like I tell them, you guys are criminals with a degree.
I could be a better lawyer if I wanted to. And the more that I keep practicing this and doing research, I might as well study law and
Yeah.
become a lawyer. So I can
Exactly.
help individuals that are stuck in my
Just
position.
like you. In your
So-
situation.
I thank you once again to everybody, and may blessings be done. Once again, I'm very
Thank
thankful.
you. Have a good day.
Have a blessed day, everybody, and enjoy the day because it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful
And,
day.
As you can see, the sun is out.
And they're trying to lock me up, but
not
I
gonna
stand my ground that today, and I told them I have a mental evaluation. Whether you submit it or I'll submit it, I told
This
them.
is pretty much a video for the future for that day, just in case if they do anything, you're hearing the truth from us before they create their own narrative and do what
That's
the
what they're
fuck they're
trying
gonna
to do
do to lock us up and get away with what they're trying to do. And I'm trying my best to look for a lawyer. If anybody could help me out, please help me do a little research. Don't even waste your time fully on it, because that's my job. Like, once again, I take responsibility in the decisions I make. And
Yeah.
one more thing, if anybody could do a little donation, $1, even 50 cents, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, even if it's $1.
Just put it for my father in the GoFundMe so we could help him get out. Because they're literally, it shows 6 months going on 7.
7 months, yeah.
So how long? 8, maybe a year? They're gonna try to do this, and then he dies. Then what? Oh, he just died in jail. That's what they're gonna just try to do. Oh, he
No.
died from
I
natural
will
causes.
sue.
So
I will
please,
sue for
please
wrongful
help me,
death.
and everybody enjoy your night or day, whatever side of the world you may be. Just enjoy your day. Have a blessed day, and know that I'm thankful and grateful for having to talk with everybody and share my story, and even meeting people here. Thank you. Goodbye.